Hey there, Brandon. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 things that you can do today to help bring in more customers to your business. My name is Seleni McGregor, and I work with exterior business owners. So I put together a quick custom video to you about your online presence and specifically how you stack up against competition. I'm sure at this point you're most likely sitting there asking yourself, okay, why would she be doing this and what's the catch here? Well, that is a fair question. What I have found is that most local business owners are just too busy actually running their business. They're swamped with payroll, helping customers, answering questions, dealing with employees, and just staying on top of jobs. And many times, learning how to leverage the internet to benefit their company just gets buried underneath all of their other to-dos. And let's be real, half the time the only reason they haven't hired somebody yet is because they don't know who to trust or know who is truly an expert. So that is exactly why I make videos like this. I have found that by giving people an easy, free attack plan of actual things that they can do to impact their business for free, it's resulted in some of those local business owners still raising their hands and saying, hey, I like you, Seleni. Can you please just handle this for me? So if by the end of this video you've liked what you've heard and can see that I've got a lot of tricks up my sleeve that can help your business, shoot me a message back and we can chat. Or if at the end of this video you simply want to take this free attack plan that I gave you and do it yourself, that totally works for me too. Now let's cover the 3 things that are going to set Superiorpro above your competition. Now, first is content, second, citations, and third, backlinks. So first up is content. So since Google isn't a human, it doesn't just know what you do. It needs to be told through your content. So content is going to be everything here that you can see on your homepage that is highlighted. So this can be text, it can be pictures, what pictures are saved as, what's behind the pictures, that can all be considered content. Now, to give you an example of this, let's go ahead and jump up here. We can do a right click on these pictures, save as. We can see what your pictures are being saved as. Let's run through just a couple of them here to give you an idea. Video's not going to work here. Let's see if that one will save image. Superiorpro. So it looks like both of these are kind of being saved with just your name. Check this one. Yeah. So it looks like all of these are just being saved with your name. Instead, this would be a great way to leverage high volume keywords by including those here in the detailed image descriptions. All of these things, again, like I was saying, are things that the Google bots can read and basically get an idea of what is this business? What services are they offering? What area are they targeting? That's all going to position you in the search ranking. So the goal is having unique and authoritative content and enough of it to be able to add in the right keywords and key phrases that people are going to be searching for in Google in order for somebody to find the services that you offer. Most business owners know that they need content, but what they don't know is in order to rank #1 on Google for exterior services, the average content count is about 1,500 to 2,400 words on your homepage alone. Again, while making sure that it contains the right keywords and phrases that your customers are actually searching for. So when I went ahead and copied your content here and plugged it into a tool, I can see that you guys are sitting around 893 words on your home page. Now, again, very beatable to increase that content there. Now, while we're talking about content, we're actually going to head over here into one of my tools. This tool is called Ahrefs. It's a really cool tool. Typically costs a couple $100s a month if you guys want to go get that for yourself. But it essentially gives me behind-the-scenes details that Google's looking at when it comes to ranking a site. And I can get a pretty good idea of what is working well for you and for your competition. So I ran a quick scan of your competitors over here. Again, this is for Citing Atlanta. This is for M&M Home Exteriors here. Their ranking is #1 right now. What I pulled in from them, this is a pretty good overview of how they're currently doing. We can see how many keywords their website is currently being found for and what type of traffic they are driving right now to their website monthly. We're going to dive in specifically here to their keywords, and we can take a look at the exact keywords that your competition is ranking for here and what your customers are actually searching for every single month. So to kind of make it jump out here, let's actually search Atlanta specifically. You can see they're in the 1st and 2nd position for a ton of these keywords here. So pay attention here to the volume. We've got 600 people every single month searching for Siding Atlanta. Siding Contractors Atlanta, 150 searches. Siding Replacement Atlanta, 160. Siding Contractor, 150. Siding Installation, 150. Siding Atlanta, 100. you get the idea here. We've got several hundred people every single month, hundreds, searching for these different exterior services. Obviously, this one looks like it's specifically more towards siding. As you go down the list, there's tons of different exteriors that we could be looking at here as well. Now, looking at these, again, they're in first and second position for all of these. What would happen to your business if you were getting all of this traffic here? Or even just a percentage of that? Even if you're not ranking number 1, what if you were number 2 or 3? What if you could get a percentage of this traffic, of this many people searching for these services every single month? Now let's jump over here, same tool, we've got your website plugged in here. We can see the same overview. We can see how many keywords your website is being found for and what type of traffic your website is driving. Now again, we're going to jump in specifically in here to your keywords, and we can take a look at what you are being found for. So we're going to type in Atlanta again, just to kind of help us out. Again, we can see here that you are being found for stucco repair Atlanta, 100 searches every month. You're in the 10th position, so you're like bottom of the first page, top of the second, kind of depends on the search volume or the searches every single time on Google, but that's kind of where you're landing there. Bay Windows Atlanta, 70 searches, being found again 11th, so second page of Google there. Storm windows being searched 30 times a month, you're bottom of the first potentially. Deck staining, 80, but you're found on the second page of Google there. Siding install, so you're starting to get into the high volume siding keywords here. So you've got siding install, but you're found on the 19th position. So you're looking bottom of the second, almost third page there. Let's see here. I think below I found some others. So you're kind of jumping down into your siding repairs down here. Again, 100 search volume, but you're found 23rd position. Again, siding contractors, Atlanta, Georgia, 23rd position there. Atlanta stucco, 20th, 15th position. So you're looking second, third page on most of the keywords here that you're being found for. Again, the further down we go, the further up your positioning, or further back your positioning does go. So your website is being found for a lot of keywords, just maybe not the exact place that you want to be found with the highest volume for your ideal customers to really drive in that high volume to your customers with the high position rankings. So again, the first thing to do to help beat your competition online, go ahead and help get your content up. Focusing on getting your content to at least the 1,500 words, plus using those right keywords and key phrases. That's what's driving your competitor's business, and it's 100% beatable if you get this done. Now we're going to pivot here and jump into the second thing we're going to talk about. Let's run over here into Google. So I've got siding Atlanta, one of those really high volume keywords that I've got plugged in here. First thing you see that's popping up here, we can see the ads section. So here's the thing about ads. Ads can work, but they can also be a huge money pit if your foundation, like your website, isn't dialed in, or if customers are using an ad blocker. So just be careful to not burn through your money with Google ads unless you know for sure that your website is going to convert. Now we're actually going to jump down here below the ads section into the coveted map section. So this area has a lot to do with the second important thing we're going to talk about, which is citations. So you might be asking yourself, okay, what is a citation and why do they matter? Well, great questions. So this is called the Google Map Pack. I'm sure you've seen it. You've probably even used this section and possibly even thought to yourself, how in the world can I get my business up on here? And that's a great question. And it is about what I'm going to show you here. So to get yourself to the top 3, the number one thing that Google looks at is a thing called citations. So what is a citation? Well, super simple. It's just your business name, address, and phone number being listed on as many online directories. So things like Yelp, Yellow Pages, City Star, so on. They just need to match your business listing exactly. Having these citations helps Google to be able to verify you and then give relevance to your local business. So to push your business up onto the top 3 spots on the map pack, you just need to increase your citation game. When you get more citations than your competition here, especially from authoritative and industry-specific websites, your credibility boosts, you gain more trust from Google, and then it pushes you above your competition here. Now you might be asking yourself, great, but how do I actually do that? Well, there are paid tools like Whitespark and Bright Local that'll tell us exact directories that you're listed on, and then we can go match them. But we don't want to just match them. We want to dominate them. what we have seen is with most exterior companies like this that are ranked to the top, they're usually around 200 to 350 citations. So if you're pushed down below that, maybe second, third, fourth page, you might only have 30 or 40 citations. So we not only need to go get those citations to match your top competitors, but then we need to go beat them out online. Now, let's talk about the third thing that I wanted to go over with you today, which is backlinks, or often called link juice. This third pillar is really going to help you dominate on Google. So if we scroll down below the ads, below the map pack, you can see here, this is the organics listing down here. And you can see that your website is not being found here on the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, anywhere here on the first page of Google. Now again, this is where we want to be. Google statistics have shown that the top 3 businesses here on Google are getting 75% of the clicks, meaning most of your potential customers are choosing one of the first 3 results and are never making it down to your listing. So in order to get here, you need to beat out your competition in every aspect. You need authority. So how do you get authority? Well, this is where backlinks come into play. Simply put, a backlink is when one website links to another website online. Easiest way to think about it is basically just think about it like a popularity contest back in high school. You want to have the coolest, most popular kid to be recommending you. So in this popularity contest, the business with the most relevant link juice or authority wins. And I do say relevant because not all backlinks are created equal. So you guys are exterior services, right? You wouldn't want to have a backlink from an ice cream shop linking back to you guys because you don't make ice cream. Although that would be tasteless or tasty, I do love ice cream, that would be kind of useless to you. But if you had a backlink from a industry specific like local blog or site linking back to you, that would be much more effective. Now let's jump back over here again into my tool. It's the Ahrefs tool. Let's jump over here into the overview. We can see you guys have 1,300 backlinks pointing back at you. That's not bad. It's a great start. It's just not dominating. If we jump over here into your competition here, the number 1, you can see they've got 228 linking back to them. And now again, you might be asking yourself, well, I have way more backlinks. How am I not beating out this competition, right? Again, like I said, not all backlinks are created equal. So they could have really strong, relevant backlinks linking back to them, and a fewer quantity count can outbeat other links if they are higher quality. And once again, how do we get those? Well, we can actually jump in here with this tool and we can see the exact links that they are getting theirs from, and we can go out and beat theirs exactly or go get even better, higher quality links for your website. Again, this is very beatable with time. Again, getting you to the top of Google, it is not magic. It is just a tried and true method, and I have shown you that exact method here today. So again, the 3 things that you can do today to grow your online presence is to focus on first, your content, getting your front page to at least the 1,500 words, using those right keywords and phrases that people are actually searching for so that your company gets found. Second, citations, making sure that you get your name, address, and phone number listed on as many online directories to beat out your competition by a landslide. And then lastly, focusing on your backlinks, making sure you're getting high quality, relevant links, linking back to you guys to show Google that you are the authority. If you implement all of these strategies together, you can be number 1 across Google. Now I know how tough the market is, and I know how dependent small businesses are on third-party companies like Angie's List. I also know how painful it is to pay for leads that are shared amongst your competitors. What I have shown you today gives you control over your leads and gives you an actionable plan, having clients come straight to your door without a broker in between. So I'm sure you're wondering, okay, well, what now? Well, you really have a few options. If you feel like you cannot handle any more clients every month, that is absolutely fair. Just send me a quick note saying that you watched the video. Tell me your thoughts about it. I'd really appreciate your feedback. On the other hand, if you are ready to grow, then you can take this blueprint and implement these 3 strategies on your very own today. I gave you the exact formula that businesses pay tons of dollars to have, and it is all yours to use to help your company. Now, if you found this information valuable, and if you still are one of those business owners to still raise their hands for the most effective route, just go ahead and respond to my email. We'll set up a time to chat and dive deeper into your specific situation to see what I can do to help. Again, my name is Seleni, and I look forward to your email. Have a great one.